The Rebel pregame report is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward.
Combine the two words.
We'll call them Huntsville tonight.
Yes.
They won't know.
Yeah, Trussville's got a very good football team, and we're excited to see a game tonight.
Yeah, it's a heated rivalry. It's grown into a heated rivalry. Trussville, very good football team, especially this year. They took Hoover to the woodshed earlier this season. Doubled up the score on Hoover.
Yeah, it was embarrassing for Hoover.
And, big region game, area game for the Rebels. And, it's a tough road to hoe that we've got, but we're going to see what we got tonight.
Yes, it's a tough stretch, these next three games with Trussville, Hoover, and Thompson, but I'm excited to see what the Rebels can do. Trussville has only one loss in the year, and it was out of region. It was the game on ESPN. They should have won that game.
Yes.
They kind of choked it away at the end.
Out-of-state team, too.
Yes, out-of-state. Yeah, Cedar Grove from Georgia. But they've just been taking care of business. Beat Oak Mountain by 5. Offensive shootout, 52-47. And like you were talking about earlier, just double up on Hoover.
Oh, yeah.
They had lots of turnovers, and that leads to quick points for this offense.
A lot of talent on this, I'm going to say Huntsville, too, this Hewitt team, and 5 Division I football players right now, and more waiting for the offers and to choose where they're going to go. But the task tonight is our Vestavia Rebels taking on these guys. So don't go away, folks. Stick around because we got some great football coming up.
Vestavia football is presented by Pet Vet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A Vestavia Hills, we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
We've had the coin toss. Hewitt-Trussville won the toss tonight, and they have elected to receive, so they're going to put their offense on the field first, Thomas.
Which is what I would do, too. Now, their defense has been a weakness on the year, but their offense is just so potent that it's hard to score enough points to keep up with them.
Well, and tonight we're going to have to see a combination of what Vestavia has done throughout the first half of the season. We've got to have some good passing, some receiving. Yeah. We've got to have the run game play.
Without a doubt.
We've got to have the whole deck of cards tonight against Hewitt-Trussville.
Yes, special teams has been good all year. It's been a little shaky the last couple of weeks, but we'll see how we do today because we need all 3 phases of the game to be on all cylinders.
That's for sure. Well, the pregame was brought to you by South Point Bank, and it is this week's Pet Vet Game of the Week. And, again, we are live from Vestavia Hills High School. I'm Steve Bendall with Thomas Wade, my partner, and we have got a great game. Good crowd here. A lot of Trussville people still on the road trying to get into the stadium area, and the Vestavia stands looking pretty full as well. So, beautiful night, Thomas. Not expecting rain or lightning delays.
Yes, that was a fun one. First week of the season.
Yes, definitely so.
Yeah, but it's finally cooled down. It's not as hot and humid as it's been.
That air conditioning helps a little bit going on us, too. So.
Not being outside helps.
All right, so Caleb Huber will be kicking off for the Rebels.
Going back to Huber, Knighton's been kicking off the last couple of weeks, but Huber is now kicking.
Really hadn't been a report one way or the other on Caleb, so, we don't know, but it's good to see him back out there on the field. Knighton has done a great job.
Yes, he has done a great job.
Out there kicking for the Rebels. All right, again, Hewitt-Trussville, highly ranked football team here. Vestavia needs a win tonight to stay alive in area play. And Huber gets the kick away. And he dinks that one down the field. It's taken at about the 17 and brought down at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, good play by Vestavia. It was good. I'm trying to just limit a big return and get a squib kick down the field to limit their dangerous return. I believe that's number 13, Malachi Moore, the 4-star, currently about to commit or committed to Alabama.
Yeah, and a few players over there committed to Alabama already, including the big offensive tackle, number 72, Pierce Quick. He's only 6'5", 295 pounds.
Only.
So we've got trips to the bottom of the screen, shotgun formation, and he rolls left, hits a wide open receiver who just kind of falls out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Javarius Johnson, the 3-star committed to Auburn. That was just left wide open on that play. Was lucky that he fell out of bounds for the Rebels because he could have gotten a lot more yards in space.
Yeah, if that pass had been a little more in front of him, he could have had more positive yardage there. But nonetheless, brings up second down, and the ball is at the 32-yard line. And we've got a whistle on the field already.
Not surprised with how this year's gone, how many whistles we've had.
All right, having a discussion with Jamari Reese, the receiver, and he goes out. Maybe that's an equipment issue there. Number 9, and that's Darian Walker, 6'2", receiver. Trips to the right, top of the screen for Trussville. One back in the gun with the quarterback. And he rolls right, throws again out the flat. Covered well by Vestavia.
He fumbled the ball out, but I believe that was Dzalen Worsham, the receiver committed to Bama, that recovered that football. But, I mean, Vestavia might have to start pushing up a little bit on the short routes because Trussville will take those all day and just dink and dunk us all the way down the field.
And Trussville does pick up the first down with the pass completion. So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Huskies. Lots of people in motion right now. Trips to the left, single back in the gun formation with the quarterback. It's a handoff, and he's to the linebackers. He's through the linebackers, and he's brought down after a first-yard gain of about 11 yards.
Yeah, that was Armani Goodwin, only a sophomore. That's their starting running back, so you know he's got to be pretty good if he's a sophomore for this Trussville team starting.
Yes.
So.
All right, 1st and 10 Trussville from the Vestavia 47-yard line. Huskies moving the ball pretty flawlessly right now. It's a quick pass out to the left, and Vestavia does a pretty good job eluding blockers out there. That's number 16 for Vestavia on the stop, and that is Cole Johnston.
Like Mr. Gill said over there, that was definitely holding on Cole, and Cole's able to fight off the blocks and tackle him.
And no flag on the play.
Yes.
Handoff around right end, and he squirts forward for positive yards to the 40-yard line. Should bring up about 3rd and 3 for the Huskies.
Yeah, that was a good tackle by Grant McLean and Will Brooks in on the tackle to get the stop instead of 3rd down.
Hewitt finding success on the outside right now.
Yeah, it's just short 4 to 7-yard plays, but this is a good test for the Rebels defense if they can get off here on 3rd down. This might be 4-down territory.
Yeah,
for the
Hewitt looking to the sideline. And it's a quick pass, complete, 1st down, and brought down at the Vestavia 25-yard line.
Looks like there might be number 9, Darian Walker, who's the tight end, who's 6'2", 203.
Yeah.
So that's
a good size target out there.
It is a good size target.
Brock Payne for the Rebels on the stop, but again, Trussville picks up another 1st down. 1st and 10 Huskies at the Vestavia 25. 9 minutes, 35 seconds in the first quarter. It's a handoff right up the middle, and he's back to the linebackers. He's down to about the 21, 22-yard line.
Yeah, that was Antonio Reed, the running back for Trussville. That was a good tackle by Will Brooks. One-on-one, open field, was able to knock him down.
He bent him backwards.
Yes.
On the hit there. Got about 3 yards on the pickup there. So 2nd and 7, Trussville from the Vestavia 22. showing trips to the right. Double wide out to the right, single back in the backfield. And it's a handoff. And a good tackle by Vestavia. About a yard gain on the play.
Yeah, another great tackle great group tackle by Vestavia,
Yes.
and not letting him. They hit him, and he didn't fall forwards. He was falling backwards. We've seen our Rebels defense struggle a little bit with that, with players falling forwards and picking up an extra 2 yards.
Got about a yard on the pickup there. So 3rd and 6. Trussville from the Vestavia 21. Trips left, single back in the backfield with the quarterback in the gun. Huskies look to the sideline, change the play. Vestavia line shifts. We've got a rush. And pass completed for a first down.
Yeah, good pitch and catch by Trussville. That's to Zalen, who's obviously pretty dang good. But Tyson's 5 of 5 to start the game, and all these short 5 to 10 yard throws are just getting his arm warmed up, and he's getting in the groove, as we can see out there.
Paul Tyson, 6'5". He commands a presence out there on the field. Yeah. He can see over the lineman.
Yes.
For his target. So first down, Trussville. It's a handoff again over right tackle. Yeah. He squirts in for a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown Huskies. That was a good run by number 2. He's fast, athletic. Like you said earlier on the drive, lots of when they ran inside or passed inside, we were able to stop them. But as soon as they got outside into space, we were
there was just a hole there over right tackle on that one.
Yes, and you got a full head of steam to go rush into the end zone.
So Trussville takes the opening drive and scores with 8 minutes 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lining up for the point after now. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8 minutes 5 seconds to go in the first quarter, Trussville takes the opening kickoff all the way down the field and puts 7 on the board. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama.
All right, we're back, folks. If you just joined us, Hewitt-Trussville took the opening kickoff and drove it down the field in about 4 minutes, and put 7 points on the board. So they are getting ready to kick off to our Rebels, and Vestavia will have the chance for the first time on offense tonight, Thomas.
Yeah, we're going to need a score on most, to keep up with his offense. That was just a methodical drive. It wasn't as much as Mountain Brook style of running and chewing clock. It was just boom, 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 and they were in the end zone. So,
well, you've got 5 rushes, you've got 5 pass completions. So that's about as even as you can ask for an offensive drive. All right, first quarter action is brought to you by Full Moon Barbecue. Ball is away, and that one is going in the end zone, so Vestavia will not be able to return that one.
Yep. That was a good kick. I keep that almost at the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
That was a good, impressive kick.
And, our area has got some very good kickers, Division I kickers. Hoover's kicker's already committed to Alabama. He's the number 1 kicker in the nation.
Yeah, as a Alabama fan, I'm excited. But I'll believe it when I see it. So, Alabama. So.
Yeah. All right, let's see what Vestavia has got. Eli Sawyer came in with the play from Coach Anderson on the sideline. Looks like the Rebels will line up in the I formation, 2 wide outs to the top of the screen. It's going to be a pass. Sawyer lets one fly, and he overthrows Michael Weiss, the tight end, who was leading the defender on that play.
Yes, mismatch. I believe that was a tight end on a linebacker. And, Weiss had him. Eli just, on that first throw, just barely overthrew him.
Well, I like the play call right there.
Yes, I like it too. Stay aggressive.
That lets Trussville know that we're going to be aggressive on the play calling. They have to respect the pass.
Yes.
All right, again, Vestavia I formation, 2 wide outs to the left. It's a pitch back. Cooper Bishop to right tackle, and he squirts through the line, picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
He only got 3 yards there. It was a good job staying patient, waiting for that hole to open up at the very end and was able to get the most out of it when it didn't look like there was a whole lot there.
Great observation, too, because it looked like nothing was there. And then, like you said, he kind of trailed it outside, and the heavens parted for just a moment. He was able to get a couple of yards out of it. So brings up 3rd and 7, Vestavia, after the long pass incompletion on first down. And Vestavia not sure what they're going to call, so we're going to get a timeout here called by the Rebels. So with 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the first quarter, Vestavia takes their first timeout. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama.
To the top, plenty of room to throw, and incomplete. That was attempted to Sean Smythe out there.
Yeah, it was good coverage by number. I believe that was. Can't really tell from here.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get the number. He turned too fast there. But you know what? Good protection back there for Eli Sawyer on that one.
Yeah, that might be number 5, Trey Washington, sophomore, starting cornerback. They've got 2 starting sophomores on their team on this really good Trussville team.
Hey, and they're just loaded. So.
Yes.
All right, Vestavia punts away. Huber gets the ball off. It's a high climbing punt. Backs the return man up to the 35-yard line. So nice punt by Huber for the Rebels.
Yeah, it's a good punt. It doesn't give Trussville that good starting field position, especially where we punted the ball from. So we're going to make them drive 65 yards, but hopefully not. Hopefully 3 and out right here and get the ball back on with the Rebels offense.
That's right.
Because our defense can't get tired. Because that's what's happening. I mean, when they're out there for against a long amount of time, it starts to wear on them.
Plus, it's just fun to put some points on the board.
Yes,
so,
it is. Yes, it is.
You got to have the points to win the game. So,
yeah.
All right. So, Huskies double wide outs to the right. Now send a third man in motion. He drops back, passes. It's complete again to number 3, and he is out of bounds at the 48-yard line of Hewitt. So the Huskies pick up a first down on that pass completion.
Yeah, Javarius Johnson again. Not the tallest receiver you'll see at 5'11", but he's shifty. He's quick. He was trying to juke some people out.
Well, and we've got a big cushion on him, and they're taking full advantage of that right now. All right, trips to the right, single back, and it's a delay, and he has all the room in the world, folks. He is gone. That is number 2, Armani Goodwin, for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a fast man out there. He was there for a second, then he was gone. When they did that draw play, there was about 2 Vestavia Rebels on the side of the field that weren't out in coverage, and they both got blocked instantly, and he was just off to the races.
And that was just beautifully executed by Hewitt there.
And it's that passing, sets up that running play. Good play call.
All right, so 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hewitt with the 52-yard run puts 6 points on the board. They're attempting the point after right now. The ball is down, the kick is away, and it is good. So again, 6 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hewitt-Trussville now climbs to a 14-0 lead. Yeah. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama.
Quarter, but it's not the kind we like here in.
I wonder who that initial end, is just a busted, the first time the offensive line is really busted coverage. I mean, the Paul House was running back and he was getting tackled by a defensive end about 1 second after he got the ball, and the ball was out, and good tackle by Cooper keeping him down.
Well, the other end was Hunter Salmon. I don't know if Hunter was the one who made the play, but for the first time tonight, we're going to see Hewitt's punter on the field.
Yeah, that was either Jake or Hunter, so.
He'll be punting away from his 40-yard line.
Yes.
He gets away a high, nice climbing punt. And that hits, and it goes back into the end zone.
No, that landed in the. Okay.
All right. Well, we just watched the play. The ball hit.
The angle's kind of weird, but I initially thought the ball landed in the end zone.
Well, the ball hit
and bounced back.
The ball hit shy of the end zone, but the Hewitt gunner caught the ball and ran it in the end zone.
That's got to be a high school rule or something. Because I know in college NFL you can't do that, but it's got to be. I would assume that's the only way I can make sense of it. Is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but nonetheless, Vestavia 1st and 10 from their own 1 yard line.
But what a punt!
I formation. It's a handoff. It's the belly dive up the middle. And that is Silverman out to about the 10-yard line, 11. They're going, 6-yard line. They're going to give him the 6-yard line. So he gets 5 yards on the belly dive, brings up 2nd and 5, Vestavia. Yeah, I don't know the rule there.
Yeah.
I always assume once you broke the plane of the goal,
it's a touchback.
It was a touchback.
Still crazy, ridiculous punt to kick it to about the 2-yard line and have it bounce back.
Yeah. All right, Vestavia again. It's the belly dive again. Not much there. It's Silverman again, and he takes it out to about the 9.
Vestavia, we need some quick hitting plays. Now, it doesn't always need to be the belly play, but something that does. We just need to get the ball out fast because all those are our slow pitches and developing plays. They've just been able to swallow up all the space. But we need a first down here. Because if we have to punt from here, it's going to set a really good field position for Trussville.
Scoreboard showing 3rd and 2. I'm going to call it 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
For Vestavia. I formation again. Quarterback keeper. He gets tripped up, and he's going to be down about the 11-yard line.
I think they're going to give it to him. Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
And Vestavia does a great job clawing out a first down right there.
Yes. Good play call.
Well,
belly
huge.
sneak. I mean, it was right up the middle every single time, and that was huge to give us some breathing room now back towards our own end zone.
That's huge right there. 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Vestavia able to pick up a first down, still in the shadows of their own goal post, but 1st and 10 Vestavia from the 12. I formation. It's going to be a pass. He's under duress. He gets away. He fires the ball. And Vice not able to bring that one in. And that is Cooper Bishop over left guard. And he gets about 2 yards on the carry there.
Yeah. Those pitches, we haven't had a whole lot of success. It seems like the same thing. It seems like we get about 2 yards every single time we do it. And there's a space there for a second, and then the Trussville linebackers do a good job.
They close fast. Yeah. Close fast. They're going to give him 3 yards on the carry there, so brings up 2nd and a long 7 for Vestavia from their own 48. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the half here. I formation, single wideouts either side. It's going to be a pass. It's a quick out. That's to Michael Vice, the tight end, and that goes nowhere.
Yeah, good tackle by number 16 there. I mean, we got a big big boy like Vice out there, you got to take him out, move his legs, and that's what we did on that play.
That's exactly what they did. So he gets about a yard on the completion there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for Vestavia. A long 6 to go at that. And you got to get Vice up the field more.
Yes,
I know
sure.
we've tried. We've tried.
But, I mean,
and you said it. The way to tackle him would be going low, and they took his feet out from him. All right, single wide out either side. Full backfield, shotgun formation. Trussville bringing the pressure, and he is sacked. Sawyer goes down at his own 40.
Yeah, sacked by number 48, Christian Rinda, the senior defensive end for Trussville. That was just an all-out blitz. I mean, that was lots of pressure. We did not much offensive line could do. We did not have enough blockers back there to pick up everyone.
6 foot, 260 pounds, and he came through there like a pickup truck.
Yeah, and that was a smart play by Trussville, knowing we had to pick up the 3rd down, and we couldn't. The play had to develop something to get our receivers downfield, and we're punting once again.
All right, Huber punting away from his own 31. High punt by Huber. Nice. Trussville cannot return it, and he backs up to the 15-yard line. So Vestavia picks up a couple of first downs. Our first nice pass completion of the evening, Thomas.
Yeah.
So something positive to take there. And but we still have to punt away. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the half here, and Trussville takes over 1st and 10 from their 15. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vestavia football is presented by Pet Vet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
Around left side, Vestavia sticks him, can't wrap up. Another broken tackle. He's down the sideline. And, oh, boy, a shoestring tackle out there. And I can't get the Vestavia number.
Yeah, I believe that was Colton Horn, number 26, because I recognized him with that cast on.
He saved the touchdown on that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Hewitt from their own 47-yard line after a big pickup on that play.
Yeah, he was able to bounce off the first Rebel and bounce off Will Brooks. You don't see Will Brooks that happen to him too much. So, yeah, I'm unlucky for the Rebels.
All right, double wide outs to the right, double to the left as well. Back in motion, and it's a quick pass. And I'll tell you what, Javarius Johnson is the main target tonight for Trussville, and he is just quick as a cat.
Yeah, it's a good tackle by Barentine, though, out in open field, because, I mean, like you said, he is very, very fast.
All right, brings up 2nd and 3 for Hewitt from the Vestavia 46-yard line. 4 minutes, 29 seconds to go here in the half. Trips right, single wide out to the left. Single back in the backfield. It's a handoff over left guard. Not much there, but enough to pick up the Husky first down, I believe.
Well, I think no, he's not signaling it yet. They were tough on one of our spots. Maybe they'll be tough on theirs too. They're signaling it. They're doing it now. They're doing it. It's first down.
You know, from our angle, it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he got it, they're giving it to him, but he was right on it.
Yes, he was very close.
There was no measurement whatsoever. All right. So we're under 4 minutes to go in the half now. Hewitt taking their time getting the play in from the sideline. Double wideouts left, single to the right, single back in the backfield, quarterback in the gun. It's Tyson. He hands off over left guard again. He cuts back, and a nice stop by Hunter Salmon, the defensive end for Vestavia. No gain on the play.
Yes, good play. I mean, one of the few running plays for Trussville tonight that hasn't picked up a lot of positive yards.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Loss of a yard. So, that might be their first tackle for loss for Vestavia.
So great job by Hunter right there. Mistake by Hewitt trying to cut back, and Hunter was there that time. All right, double wide out to the left, single to the right, another single back in the backfield. Tyson in the gun. He's going to throw. It's a quick release, wide open receiver in the flats, and he is brought down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Willow and Cole Johnson out there, but I mean, we brought some pressure and that left DeZalen all wide open out there on that short pass. But, you know, credit to Vestavia. I mean, we won't been beat on that one deep pass. Yeah. All the rest have just been short dinks and dunks.
But they've been precision strikes by Tyson.
Yes, they're not. I mean, we're giving them that, and they're taking advantage of it.
And receivers that are open. We've got a cushion on them, and they're taking advantage of that.
Which you understand why, but, I mean, eventually you got to stop it sometime.
All right, Tyson in the gun. He hands off. It's over right tackle. Big hole. He takes it down to the Vestavia 29-yard line. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. The clock has stopped for the first down.
Yeah, their 350-pound lineman tackled Armani there on that play.
You know,
that is a big dude running on that pulling. Yeah. He's pulling on that play.
That's a lot of beef moving right there. All right, clock is moving again. We are at the 2-minute mark in the first half. And Hewitt just taking their time. Thomas getting the play in.
Yeah.
Trip receivers to the left. One back in the backfield. Tyson in the gun. It's the handoff over right tackle. He cuts it back upfield, and he is stuck out there by number 48 for the Rebels.
There's some kind of
little verbiage going on there.
Yeah.
Number 4 from Hewitt.
You get to see his head of hair. You need hair like that. The fro, the orange, the curly fro.
You think it'd make me look younger?
Yeah. I think it'd be hip.
All right,
it'd be cool.
We've got a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Face mask Vestavia, so that's why the helmet came off, I assume.
Yeah.
So they're calling face mask on Vestavia.
Which I believe that was on Colton Horn. I don't know how he really was able to get his helmet off with just one hand, but still.
Yeah, I see Cole Johnson having a discussion over there with the referee.
Yeah.
And that's a big penalty.
Yes, that's a huge
against the Rebels. 1 minute, 42 seconds to go in the half. And Hewitt picks up a first down with the aid of a penalty against the Rebels. Yeah. They will have the ball 1st and 10.
Because I would have set up a third down, but instead, like you said, it's 1st and 10 at the 19.
19. No, about the 12. They're on the 12-yard line. It's a handoff over left tackle, big hole. He's scooting outside, and boy.
Did he score? Yeah, it's a touchdown.
And that's a touchdown, and let me tell you, folks, he either outran players or just ran over players to get in.
Yeah, that's Sean Jackson, the sophomore running back. I mean, they've got sophomores everywhere, but he's not faster than Goodwin, but he's strong. I mean, he's strong. I mean, that's the second run he's had tonight where he's bounced off 2 or 3 Rebel tacklers. And that's just determination by him.
Well, and that's a great word for it. He had the will and the determination.
Yeah.
And he took that thing 12 yards in for the touchdown.
And the athleticism.
All right, the ball is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 1:11 to go in the first half, Trussville now climbs to a 28-0 lead over Vestavia.
He about kicked that to the baseball field.
We'll be back in just a moment.
Football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
Our good old friend, Charlie Conklin, been a long-time supporter of Vestavia Athletics. We appreciate him. Give him a call, folks. Believe it or not, one of these days, cooler weather is going to come in. You're going to need that furnace cranking up. Don't get that burning smell. Call Serenity. Let them get out there and do the service work before you got to fire that thing up.
You know, Steve, if I had to guess, I'm going to think this ball's going into the end zone based on the last 4 times they've kicked off.
I know betting's a sin, but if you were a betting man,
yes.
this would be the call. All right, the kick is away, and the kick is up, and it's in the end zone, but barely in the end zone.
Barely.
So
it would have won some money.
I think our strategy is working. We're starting to wear down the kicker for Hewitt.
Yeah.
So
if that's our game plan, then it's working. We need something. We need aggressive play calls. We need to get the ball at the field fast. We only got 1:11 left.
All right, we've just got to get some positive things going here heading into the half. Coach Hanson is going to get the guys in the locker room, and he's going to talk them up. We're going to come out and we're going to fight the second half. All right, so we've got trips to the left. Single back with Sawyer in the gun. High snap, and it's a counter, and not a whole lot there, but let me tell you what, that is Cooper Bishop fighting for everything he's got.
Yeah, that was a hard-earned 5. It looked like there was more space there for possibly more yards, but we'll take the 5 yards. Good play call because I know they were expecting a pass. I was expecting a pass.
Yes, So brings up 2nd and 5, a long 5 for Vestavia, and I see my replacement for next year up here in the booth, Tyler Burgess. About to audition, I think. So,
well, but we need someone. He can battle it out with all the.
He needs something else to do. I mean, he doesn't do anything. So, all right. So it's a toss to Bishop. He's around left side, he picks up a first down. So that's good momentum right there for Vestavia. Down to 22 seconds to go in. Yeah,
we're just running the clock out. But one of the better runs we've had all night. So
exactly. And Tyler, I'm just kidding. So I guess.
I wonder if that's going to be the last play of the half, or if they're going to get one more off.
Yeah, Vestavia looks content to
not do any
let this wind down. In fact, the play clock, there's more time on the play clock. So Rebels are going to let the clock wind down, go into the locker room down 28-0 here at the half. And Thomas, it's been a tough first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not much Vestavia can do. I mean, on offense, they're getting penetration. We're not opening up holes. And then when we're on defense, I mean, except for a couple plays, he's had all the time in the world back there. He's finished in the half 13 of 14 for 144 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, the one time we had pressure, he lofted that one away.
And that led to the only punt of the night.
Yeah.
And then tackling. I mean, number 33 ran all over us that last drive, and he had 2 runs that he broke, several tackles, which is, uncharacteristic. We've had some tackles, or not the best tackling on the inside, but on the outside we've been pretty solid. But
right.
The breakthrough.
Right. So it's been a tough half. We have battled hard, folks. You can't say enough about our Rebels. We're just playing a very good football team tonight in the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies. And, again, Coach has got them in the locker room right now. There's a whole lot of work that goes on in that locker room. And
let's see what he can fire up the guys.
We're going to come out. We're going to fight. It's the Rebel spirit. So, the saying is you play one Rebel, you play us all. And we're going to come out second half, buddy, and we're going to give it to them. Yeah. So, folks, stick around. Stick around, because we've got the Vestavia Hills High School Marching Band under the direction of Jarrell Horton. Let me tell you what, award-winning. They were so good, we went to Ireland last year. Yeah. When the other countries are calling for you to come over, you're doing something right. So, anyway, get that Coke real quick, come back, watch the Vestavia High School Band, and then we will be back for second half action.
presented by Pet Vet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions. presented by Pet Vet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
All right, folks, we are back at the halftime of the Vestavia Hewitt-Trussville football game. Our Rebels trailing 28-0, Thomas, and not a great performance on the field in the first half here, but a great performance by the Vestavia marching band for sure.
Yes, I mean, we're getting out. I mean, we're getting doubled up on total yards. Time of possession is close, which is good for our defense, not getting worn out. But I mean, it's just there's not much there for us. Eli's 4 of 10. Uncharacteristic of him not completing 12 passes, and then Tyson's 13 of 14, which is just he's just been able to sit back there, take his time, and find the open receiver constantly.
Well, first half right now obviously is a stat off the
And
40-yard line.
And we definitely tackle him backwards. I don't know. It's been we're picking up some of the crowd noise, and there's
Vestavia faithful is not happy, and I'm not happy up here in the booth.
Yes,
that's a horrible call,
and we needed that. Where's the replay tonight? We're not having a test replay game tonight.
I don't know. We've got a timeout on the field, and you see Coach Anderson, and he is letting the referees know it right now.
Yeah, I would be too. We should send you down there, and you can let them have it.
Oh, I'll argue with them. With timeout on the field, 6 minutes 38 seconds to go. Vestavia trailing 28-0. We'll be back in just a moment.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
All right, folks, we're back. Third quarter action, 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Hewitt picks up a controversial first down here at their 40-yard line. And Vestavia faithful in the stands, not happy about the call, and I don't hide my displeasure either. So Hewitt, it's going to be a pass. He drops back, he's launching it, and he has a receiver wide open.
Yeah, if that ball's a little bit more on the money, that's a touchdown. But, that was like a 60-yard pass, so I'll give it to him for being a little inaccurate at the end of that play.
And that's Javarius Johnson, who got behind the Vestavia defense there. And if that ball had been launched farther, he'd be in the end zone.
And he's been killing us all night.
Yes, sir.
Worsham, as far as rankings and ratings go, is the, higher rated, touted receiver, but Johnson's been killing us all night.
And a quick pass out in the flat. Well, and Trussville, I tell you, they go forward. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I think they've had a holding call. We've had one sack and one tackle for loss on a running play, and that's I can probably count the amount of yards that's been negative for them on one hand, or plays.
Brings up 2nd and 4 for Hewitt from the Vestavia 5-yard line. They can still pick up first down.
Yeah.
At the 1-yard line.
They're in the Wildcat. Or the Husky Cat, as you called it.
Yeah.
That's going to be touchdown.
And that was Javarius Johnson, the man who just caught the long
He's been killing us all
there.
night.
And he did line up in the Husky Cat there, and he took it over the right side for a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, not much we could do there. That's just.
Well, you have to credit Hewitt.
It's good play calling.
You have to credit Hewitt. I disagree with the referees on one play, but you can't take away from what Hewitt's doing.
In a game we're down by 4 touchdowns, we need something to go our way on that 4th down, and that gets us the ball at the 40-yard line, and now, that's a potential. I mean, who knows what we'll score, but that's a potential 10 to 14-point swing. So.
All right, 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hewitt scores again, and they are up 34-0. Don't go away.
Vestavia football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
Leading Vestavia, they'll be kicking the ball away to Vestavia.
They missed the extra point.
Something positive there. We'll take that. So, hey, we want to give a shout out to, I think, probably close to our number one fan, Ruth Hudson. So, Ruth always listens in, gives the feedback, shares the website, everything. So, Ruth, appreciate you tuning in as always. All right, the kick is away, and that one is not brought back.
Yeah,
so
that's an end zone once again.
He had a little more mustard on that one than the previous one.
Yes. Before I forget, Mary Morgan Trowbridge, and I'm sure Juliet Stewart will like this too, wanted me to give a shout out to the canned food drive. So everyone listening, bring parents, tell your kids to bring cans in. Kids, bring cans in over the next couple of weeks. I know that's a big thing every year, so we need to reach that goal.
Definitely so. So, folks, step up. Bring them, drop them by the high school, right, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring your canned goods by the high school. It's for a great cause, especially this time of year. All right, Rebels, single wide out either side, I formation. It's a fake handoff. It's a quick out, and the pass is completed to Silverman.
That was almost an incomplete pass.
Did he drop it?
It looked like he dropped it, but they're calling it complete. No,
I think they're calling it complete, but
he gained
for nothing.
0 yards.
So, and he caught that in a twisted position. I mean, give credit to him for catching the football.
Good catch.
But he took a vicious lift,
as a receiver, I'd been like, Eli, maybe next time they'll throw me that ball and let me get killed like that for 0 yards.
Yeah.
But
that was no favors done on that one.
Yeah.
All right, brings up 2nd and 10 Vestavia. I formation again, single wide out either side. Sawyer pitches back to Bishop. No, that's Trip Lowry. And Lowry takes it over left side for about a yard on the carry. So
we just haven't been able to get north. We have not been able to get north-south tonight.
No.
It's all east-west for I think our longest runs maybe been 15. Cooper's longest run's been 12 yards. Eli is has the second longest run on the night with 8. Right, Huber has the longest run. Yes, Huber has the longest run.
When the punter has the longest run, it's not that great of a night going for you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, single wideouts. I formation, Vestavia. Sawyer under center. He drops back. He looks for a receiver.
Pass
and that should be a pass interference, but we're not getting the call.
If that ball's, they might, I guess they're ruling it uncatchable. I don't know, but if it don't get bumped there, we can catch that ball.
When your receiver's down on the ground, then something's not right. But that was attempted for Jonathan Williams, number 47, so brings up a punt for the Rebels.
Yeah, the coaches were frustrated. We were frustrated. We're frustrated up here. Johnny's frustrated, but we just, to add one more thing on the list, we're just not getting the calls tonight.
Well, Huber is going to have to ice his leg down tonight because he has been out there punting an awful lot.
Yep.
He's back now. They've got the rush. It's
a big
rush.
That's a flag.
And Huber is down. We've got a roughing the kicker penalty here.
It's It's not gonna be. I wonder if that's gonna be running into the kicker or roughing. That might be rough. I mean, he got hit in the head there.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully that's a 15-yard penalty. But
yeah, we're going to see. The way some of the calls are going tonight, I wouldn't think it's a 15-yarder.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be 5 yards without a doubt. But
all right, we're going to see referees coming up. Ref and the kicker.
Okay, sweet.
Automatic first down.
All right, we gotta call this.
So the Rebels get a gift.
Yes.
At first time that Hewitt brought the heat.
They ended up roughing the kicker.
Excuse me, on the punt tonight, they roughed the kicker. So Vestavia retains the football, picks up a first down with the penalty yardage. 1st and 10 Rebels at their own 36.
Yeah.
4 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the third quarter here. And again, third quarter action brought to you by Piggly Wiggly Grocery Stores. All right, single wideouts either side, I formation, and it's a toss back to Bishop. No, Lowry.
It's Lowry.
He breaks a tackle, and he squirts forward for about 8 yards.
You know, that's a great play. You know, luckily, Tripp was back there. I don't know if Cooper can squeeze through that hole like Tripp can.
Yeah.
There was a lot of penetration, but that was a good draw play. That set up and that change of pace like we were talking about earlier.
Well, and with Lowry, you get some fresh legs in there right now too.
Yes.
So.
So 2nd down and 2.
Yes, sir. 2nd and 2 from the 44-yard line at Vestavia. I formation. It's a belly dive, and boy, Hewitt knew that was coming.
Yeah, we've had some success on that tonight, but that was not on that play. That was only pick up about a 1.
They're not even giving him 1, and I'm not sure how because
he spun him down on top of him.
Exactly. So, again, I don't think that's a favorable spot from
We'll see
the referee there.
We'll see if it matters.
All right, Sean Smythe bringing the play in from the sidelines. I formation, single wide out either side. Quarterback sneak. He's got room.
Go, Eli.
Sawyer's going.
Eli.
He's gone 30, 25,
Eli.
20, 15,
Yes.
10, 5.
Yes.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Vestavia on a quarterback sneak.
That's the first time I've ever seen that. Watching football, that's I mean, we've had success in the sneak. The Shades Valley, we ran well, and you can have a touchdown sneak for about the 50-yard line. It's pretty good.
And I guarantee you, Trussville was the last one who expected anything like that.
Yeah.
And I think I just blew the microphones.
I think I'm pulling them up too.
When I turn around and look at the whole VNN crew looking at me like, you're a nut.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had a lot of built up.
We've been saving up.
Yeah, we've been saving up all game.
All right.
We need something.
Point after attempt here. Ball is down and it's blocked. Wow. Couldn't dot the I on that one.
Knighton had about 2 seconds to kick that football, so there's just no time at all. But wait, I mean, I know I was going to be excited about that one. As a quarterback that does not run the ball a lot, I mean, that's pretty good.
All right, 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Vestavia with a quarterback sneak for a touchdown. Rebels now trail 6-34.
Vestavia football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
He makes a cut to the outside. He's down the Vestavia sideline, and he is knocked out at the 45.
Yeah, good thing he ran out of space there. Our two best plays, biggest plays not have been a fake punt and a QB sneak touchdown from the 50-yard line. So,
yeah,
I mean,
what an odd night.
Odd
And that
night.
is Javarius Johnson again on the kick return for nearly a 40-yard return.
He's been all over us all
he
night.
has.
He's
He has.
scored on in a wild card formation. He's a leading receiver.
All right, so it is the Huskies 1st and 10 from their 44-yard line. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trips to the right, single wide out to the left. And quarterback drops back. Good coverage. Oh, a hold, and there's the flag.
Yeah, that was.
All right, there. We saw the hold up here, and thankfully the referee called it because he threw it back in the area where we saw it.
Yeah, that was definitely a holding call.
And the referee does call it, so that's going to back the Huskies up some. Thomas, when you see a defensive lineman change direction because of the hold,
yes, that's
that's pretty obvious. So, all right, so it will now be the ball on the 30, and it is 1st and 25 for Hewitt. All right, they've got trips to the right, single wide out to the bottom, and one back in the backfield.
That was a false start.
And
I think that ball did not. Yeah, the center did not snap the ball when everyone else moved.
Tell you what, false start on Hewitt-Trussville here. You get one quarterback sneak for a touchdown, and it starts to rattle them a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll take whatever we can get now.
Yes, come back in dreams.
All right, I told you at the half we would come out fighting.
Yeah,
and
which you've done.
Yeah. All right.
We're not folding.
So they've got 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback in the backfield by himself in the gun. Now they drop a back there with them, and it's just a screenplay out there, and Vestavia defends it well.
Yep. Number 2 was tripped up by the turf monster and then tackled by the rest of the Vestavia Hills defense. I think it was A.J. Simpson there. We have not called his name much tonight at all.
No, we haven't. So, and we call it every ball game.
Yes.
So, brings up 2nd and 27 for Trussville. They are at their own 27-yard line. Single wide out to the right, trips to the left, and it's going to be a delay. He's got open field up the middle.
He is so dangerous.
And he outruns the Vestavia defense. One man, Jossie Hill.
That's gonna be that might be a late hit out of bounds. No, they're not gonna. Okay, good. They're not gonna call it. But he is dangerous in space, man. They get that little draw play. It's the second time. That's the second time tonight. The first one was a touchdown. But they send the receivers deep and get everyone out, and then it's just him and one rebel linebacker, and he's going to beat the rebel linebacker every time.
And Hewitt quick up to the line of scrimmage. They're calling the play now. They get the ball off. It's a quick screen again. And
that's Worsham.
I'll tell you what, man, they are quick.
Worsham's been a more intermediate to small receiver, and then, Javarius Johnson's been the deep ball kind of guy.
Trussville picks up the first down on that pass play, and they are just knocking first downs out left and right now. Yeah. They've got the ball 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line of the Vestavia Rebels. A handoff. It's going over left tackle. He cuts up.
That's Sean Jackson.
Into the teeth of the Vestavia defense there. He picks up about 2 yards on the carry. We'll call it 2nd and 8. They can still pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah. Worsham, he's been thrown to 9 times, has 9 catches. Tyson still only missed 1 pass. So,
I mean, he is having a good night for a quarterback.
He's just, we talk about dissecting a defense. That's pretty much what he's doing.
18 of 19 for 216 yards so far on the evening. We're in the third quarter.
Yeah.
All right, trips right, single back in the backfield. Tyson in the gun. He rolls right, looks for a receiver.
That's
intercepted in the end zone.
And that's the ball hawk. That's Will Brooks right there. I mean, I mean, playing with Will, I mean, he's just okay.
All right, got a little extracurricular activity going on here.
But Will was just.
Oh, now that should be a flag right there. That should have been a flag.
Yeah. But
Hewitt player butts his head into a Vestavia player. That should be a flag.
I mean, that's an ejection or unsportsmanlike. That's something. But
but no flag on the play. But
yeah, and that's where Brooks the ball hot. I mean, he's one of those guys. He's never been the biggest dude, but
he just
has the sense for the ball, and he does not. If you throw the ball to him, he's not going to drop it.
He went up for that one. He's
got hands like a really good receiver.
All right, so Vestavia turns Hewitt away from the end zone. Minute 8 to go in the third quarter here. Rebels take over 1st and 10 from their 8-yard line. I formation. It's a pass. He's under duress. He is sacked.
That looked like he was down at the 1. Oh, well.
And that is they're still discussing.
Now they're going to call it a safety. But Eli was hit at first at the 1-yard line. But then maybe they are going to call it. They're going to call it down to the 1. It looked like he was down at the 1, and they tackled him into the end zone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to.
All right, so a scattering of boos from the Hewitt-Trussville side over there as they call Sawyer down at the 1.
Now I know what it's like, but
and he had no chance whatsoever.
No chance. I mean, there was like 4. There's 4 or 5 of them.
They just collapsed on him.
Yeah. So I mean, now it's 2nd and about 18 from the 17 from the 1-yard line. So I think we're gonna run the ball here, but. All
right. Clock is under a minute to go in the third quarter. I formation, single wideouts either side. Vestavia at their own 1. It's the belly dive, and it is Silverman. He takes it to the 5.
So, I mean, that's a good play of getting us out from the back of our end zone. But, I mean, surely we've got to pass the ball here. Surely we're going to throw the ball here.
You think, you just don't know. 27 seconds on the clock. It's running. And let me tell you, the players are starting to get a little chippy and chatty out there. A lot of jawing going on between the two teams right now. All right, Rebels come up. Shotgun formation, 2 backs, double wideouts to the left. 3rd and 12, Vestavia from their 6. And Sawyer, he keeps it. He's down at the 15-yard line.
I mean, he's trying to, I made a little bit of a business decision there, but he might have gotten the first down. I mean, Eli's not the fastest guy, but I mean, what a move! I mean, that was a good move. I mean,
it was good.
He faked it to Hewitt lineman, but he probably could have fought for an extra 3 or 4 yards and got that first down.
Yeah.
Well.
All right, brings up punting situation. We're at the end of the third quarter here. Vestavia trails 34-6. Folks, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vestavia football is presented by Pet Vet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
And, hey, we want to give a shout-out to the McMahon family. Whether they're in town or out Friday nights, they always tune in to the Rebel Nation Sports Network. So, Bill and the family, hey, big War Eagle to you, and a Go Rebels as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And we got a fight on our hands right here, Thomas. Vestavia is swinging hard in the second half, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's 4th down. Yes, it's a punting situation, but you want to, obviously, I guess we have to punt. We're at our own 18-yard line, but we're running out of time to score points. So Yeah, we're punting, which makes sense. I mean, we don't want to give up. We don't want to.
Well, yeah. You know what? Make them work for whatever they got to get. That's kind of the motto here.
We're not down by 1 or 2 touchdowns. It's
we had an opportunity to pick up the first there, and it just didn't work out for us. So, all right. So Huber will be punting from about his 5-yard line. Last time he was roughed and we picked up a first down. I don't think we'll see them send many people, and they don't. Huber gets a punt off.
There's not even a return man back
there. And there's nobody back there.
Which, I mean, they fair caught it every single time, I think.
Yep. Yeah, Huber has done an excellent job on the punting side of things tonight for sure. So Rebels punt away. Trussville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah.
And fourth quarter action is brought to you tonight by Chick-fil-A. Folks, hey, it's football season. You know what that means? Tailgating, pregame meals.
Yeah, it's the fan favorite. I mean, you can't go wrong.
It is. Hey, in the mornings, go by, get the nuggets. In the afternoons, get the sandwich and the trays. They've got it all, and they are huge supporters of Vestavia athletics and schools here on Highway 31 in Vestavia.
Which we love, so.
All right. Trussville, gun, 2 backs. It's the handoff over left guard. A huge hole. And he picks up, spins off of the tackler, and he is out at about the 40-yard line. A big first down carry for Trussville right there.
Yeah. Sean Jackson's that guy. I mean, he just reminds me kind of the Mountain Brook running backs. What was that guy's name? Will Banks. I mean, he just did not, you hit him once and he wasn't going to get
Not flashy.
Not flashy, but, you have to take 2 or 3 guys to get him down.
All right, Trussville in the gun, single back, and it's going to be a pass, and it's complete. And I'll tell you what, man, that is completed to Javarius Johnson out there again.
Yeah, it was a good play. It was a good fake one side and pass back, but
he'll lose the first tackler. It took 3 guys to bring him down.
And I don't know how. It's like he had 1 foot almost all the way down.
Yeah.
So.
All right, 2nd and 1 for Trussville. Ball is at the Vestavia 28-yard line. And the Huskies just have not been slowed much at all tonight, unfortunately, by the Vestavia defense. Huskies up to 473 total yards on the night, and we are just beginning the fourth quarter, folks.
Yikes.
Vestavia, 5 of 13 passing, 46 yards. Trussville, 19 of 21, 226 yards in the air. And that has been a
pick.
Big difference, yes.
He did throw an interception.
Got to get the Vestavia interception. It's a handoff. He's over right tackle. And he is just bouncing tacklers off.
Yeah, that's a different guy. That's number 36, I believe, Cameron Bledsoe, the senior running back.
He's down to the 19-yard line of Vestavia. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 again, Thomas. So, Trussville doing a good job right now. If they're not picking up the first down, they're about a yard shy.
I mean, they just never have not manageable 2nd and 3rd down situations. I mean, it's just hard to get off the field when it's 2nd and 4 or 3rd and 4 every time, or less.
Handoff over right tackle. And that's not a pretty play, but they're able to get through the line of scrimmage and get positive yardage.
And it's first down again. You get 3 to 4 plays to pick it. I mean, it's the short passes. They've been doing it. I mean, their whole playbook's been working tonight.
All right, so it's 1st and 10. Hewitt from the Vestavia 16-yard line. 10 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the ball game here, and the Huskies marching in the shadows of the Vestavia goalpost right now. Handoff around left side. He squirts it up.
There's a flag.
And he's down to about the 5, and as Thomas said, there is a flag thrown back. Looks like a hold is what might be the call.
I'm hoping that's going to be on Hewitt. Hewitt, the offensive lineman, every time there's a penalty on them, they start clapping.
They clap,
and
I know.
It kind of throws me off as an announcer, but, I guess they're trying to fire themselves back up.
Well, I have to say it works pretty well.
Yes, it does. It has worked for them very well.
All right, so it is a holding penalty on Hewitt. The ball is back to the 25-yard line now. So it is 1st and about 25 for Hewitt at the 25-yard line. First and 20, I should say. Excuse me. All right, trips to the left, single wide out to the right, a back in the backfield with the quarterback, and it's a quarterback keeper around right in. And he gets stuck, and there's a late flag on the play. And you would think that would have to be a hold on the receiver out there.
Yeah, and that's not Tyson back there, I believe. That's number 15 who was running that ball.
I was wondering why they were running Tyson. It's a hold.
Which that is I don't know who that is. Well, it's listed as Seth Shelnut, the defensive back.
Yeah.
But
and he's not listed as an offensive player.
No.
All right. So, anyway, it is a hold on the Huskies. It's declined. Okay, there was 2 penalties. Vestavia takes the holding penalty.
So that's good. We won't know the quarterback's name probably for the rest of the game. But unless Tyson comes back in, because that's not Tyson back there.
Well, we're going to call him Seth Shelnut because that's who we have on the roster. Oh, and the ball slips out of his hands. Oh my goodness, we almost had it. But you know who we get to call? Andrew Sims, number 57, was in there. And the quarterback went back to throw the ball, and it just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
But he had the perfect bounce. It bounced right back up into his hands.
Well, of course. I mean, you know the night's been going. So
that's All right, so Hewitt continues to march backwards, and we'll take every yard we can get going in that direction.
Without a doubt.
So it brings up 2nd and 29. The ball is at the Vestavia 36-yard line.
You know, I was just talking about how they don't really have 2nd and 3rd down in long situations, but this is about as long as you can get.
This is the first one we've seen tonight, basically. So, all right, and they are taking their time getting the play in for sure. All right, double wide out to the left, single to the right. One back in the backfield. And it's a handoff over the left tackle. Yeah, and I mean, he just blows a hole.
Oh, my, what's
Oh.
That's. Wow.
It's
that's Pierce Quick back there, so I don't. Yeah.
All right, Hewitt. Third and about 15 now.
You know, maybe we'll have to watch on replay later, but I don't know how he ended up taking Bennett 20 yards backfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And that's not really the kind of stuff you want to see this late in a ball game like this either. And I noticed Tyson was back in at quarterback that last play, but he's not now. It's a handoff. He goes over left guard again, cuts back against the grain, and he is right up the middle. He's down to about the 17, maybe 18-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle, good group tackle by Vestavia to set up. Yeah, I bet they're going to try to kick a field goal.
So it brings up 4th and about 12, and they are attempting a field goal. They will be kicking from about the 29-yard line. 7 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the game.
Number 42, Parker Colburn, back to kick for Hewitt.
And we've got the referee waving a Trussville player off.
Well, the refs sent him out of bounds, but they can't bring it. They don't have another kicker to bring in, so I don't know what's.
And now they've got a timeout by Hewitt-Trussville. And folks, I don't know how many times the referee can shuffle a football player off the field for Trussville.
And
I've never seen anything like this.
I don't understand. There's.
All right, so timeout on the field, 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Trussville is going to be attempting a field goal here. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vestavia football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
All right, so they've got the victory formation, and Tyson is passing. He's got a receiver open in the end zone. And that is Javarius Johnson.
Yeah, there you go. That's a taunting play. They should have thrown it on him 3 times before. He threw the ball at Willow, and then Will and Cole were talking to the ref about it, and then he clapped in his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what they call here.
It's taunting or something. It's gonna be on sportsmanlike conduct.
And now the referee's got to come over and talk to Coach Anderson.
It was a weird formation to start off with, and Tyson slowly ran back there, and then Tyson can do that with his eyes closed.
All right, so they do have the touchdown. They did throw a flag. They're not moving the kicker back any. I guess they're going to take it on the kickoff.
Forcing on the kickoff, yeah.
And what happened, folks, was Hewitt completed a pass in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown, and the Hewitt player threw the football at a Vestavia player, hit him in the head. Yeah. The Vestavia player had to go to the referee and say something.
And then he clapped, and then they clapped.
And then the receiver clapped in the face of the Vestavia player, and then that's when the flag was thrown. So, anyway.
Auburn players,
Point after was good. He hadn't gotten Auburn yet. So, point after was good. It is now Hewitt 41-6 over Vestavia. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vestavia football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
Kicking from their 25-yard line.
The refs are trying to slow this game down.
Trussville slid had 10 on the field, and they just slid one in there to the top. All right, 7 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the ball game. Trussville kicking from their 25. Vestavia's deep man back on his 10. And he gets a whale of a kick. Vestavia takes it at the 10, bobbles off the hands of the receiver, and it goes out at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunate there to bounce off and go straight out of bounds, so we now get the ball at the 10-yard line.
And a great kick by Thompson right there.
Who are we playing?
Hewitt-Trussville. So I've moved on to the Thompson game, apparently.
Yeah.
So I apologize, folks. All right, it is 1st and 10 Vestavia from their 8-yard line. 7 minutes, 36 seconds go in the ball game here. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Chick-fil-A restaurants here on Highway 31 in Vestavia. Rebels, I formation, single wide out either side. Sawyer back to pass. He's running around. He's over to the side. He runs out of bounds at about the 9-yard line.
This is the most mobile Eli's been, in all the games because he's had to be because he's got no time. I mean,
well, and you've got to credit, number one, the defense backs for the Huskies and their defensive line with pressure there. Merrill brings the play in from the sideline, so we've got Merrill and Williams in as the receivers right now. Single wide out either side, I formation, Vestavia. It's a pitch back to Lowry, I believe, and he goes up the middle. He's swallowed up. No gain on the play.
There's just no room on the inside for Vestavia to run the ball. And Tripp needs to get in space.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to get. Not east and west forever, but get outside and then clean up field.
Between the tackles is not his strength.
That's
right
Cooper's
there.
area of expertise.
All right, so brings up 3rd and 9 Vestavia from the 9-yard line of the Rebels. Tough night for our Vestavia Rebels here against a very good Hewitt-Trussville football team.
It's just,
All right, single wide out, either side, 2 backs in the backfield. We're in the gun. We're passing. That was attempted for Sean Smythe, and it was thrown behind him.
Eli just gets a half second more of time than Sean's there, but Sean weren't on exactly the same page there.
No, Sean was cutting in. Sawyer was throwing out. So, anyway, it brings up 4th down. Huber in once again. He will be punting from his end zone. Trussville has a deep man on the 50, and he is dangerous. Huber gets the ball away. Not a high punt, and it goes out of bounds at about the
34-yard line.
Yeah, that's not his best punt of the evening.
Yeah, but it's his first shank out of about 7.
All right, so it will be 1st and 10, Trussville from the Vestavia 34-yard line. 6 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the ball game. I want to give a shout out to all the fans that tune in, Thomas. We've got people watching on the NFHS network. We've got them watching on watching and listening on the Rebel Nation Sports Network as well. And
especially tonight, those are the real fans.
That one has taken off really well too. So lots of people listening to the broadcast. We appreciate your support and your feedback as well. All right, so double wideouts to the right, single to the left. It's a handoff. It's going to go around right tackle. New runner in the game. Ball on the ground. And I believe Vestavia should have it. They're going to whistle it dead, I believe.
At first glance, I thought he was down too, but the ball popped out at the end. So you like to see that call go away, but I think the runner was down.
Well, a heads-up play by Jermaine Harris for Vestavia to get the ball, but you know what?
And it's nice to see Jay out there.
Good play by the Vestavia defense on that play.
Jay coming back from an injury. He was injured.
Yep.
I think that was freshman year too. Towards the end of freshman year in basketball, and he's back. He was a little injured, dinged up at the beginning of the year for football, but he's back.
So. Well, and that's the thing about Vestavia. A lot of the high schools now, guys kind of specialize in one sport. Vestavia,
they encourage us to play as many sports as possible.
Athletes, that's right. All right. Gun, that should be movement.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we've got flags on the play, and Trussville going to be flagged for illegal procedure. We've got a new quarterback in the game. That is sophomore Jackson Holland. Big difference here, Thomas. He is 5'10", 166, as compared to a 6'5" quarterback who's been back there the whole game.
Yeah, and Trussville, they're still scoring points, but they've been a little bit. They've been sloppier this second half. They've had more penalties, more negative plays. First half they were just played a perfect
even
half.
with some starters in. Now the starters are not in.
Yes, even with the starter, yeah.
But they're still big. Look at those guys.
They're still big.
They grow them big, that's for sure. All right, 2nd and 15 for Trussville. It's a quarterback keeper, and he scampers up the middle. And, folks, he's close to 1st down yardage.
There's laundry on the field around the 40-yard line. So I don't know what that illegal procedure may be.
I'm not sure. They are walking backwards.
Yeah,
we'll take that. Yep, illegal procedure against Trussville.
Well, we were just talking about it. That's another negative,
Yeah.
negative sloppy, just
Well, these are younger guys in right now for Trussville, and getting some game experience.
some other younger guys. They've had some younger guys in
true,
all night. Yeah.
True. And we'll take the yardage, that's for sure. It's a gift. So brings up second and about 22, maybe 20. That's hard to tell from up here. Second and 20. Stephen Gill, the eye in the sky, says. So second and 20. Trussville, just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. They're coming out. Trips right. Single receiver to the left. Quarterback is in the gun. It's going to be a handoff again. He cuts up the middle, and he's got Rebels hanging on him. He gets maybe 2 yards.
And the Rebels were ripping for that football,
Yes.
but were unable to get it out. But it's going to set up a very long third down, 3rd and 20.
All right, I'm looking at one of the younger players in for Trussville right now, number 54, those of you who can see him. He's a junior, and he is 6 foot, 305 pounds out there in the tackle position.
Yeah. Wow.
Right tackle. And that's not a starter.
Yeah,
So-
they have a 350-pound starter.
Yeah, exactly.
So
All right, so Trussville in the gun. It's going to be a handoff left.
he got
hit.
He's got
Oh, good job by the Vestavia defense stringing that one out.
Yeah,
he got
good.
hit right after he got the ball.
That was Tyus, who will be a good player coming out for the next couple of years for Vestavia. But he was getting, he got an arm out there to slow him down, but he was getting sort of held, sort of blocked in the back. So that was a good play by Tyus.
In fact, I think he's having to come off the field because his jersey is
pulled his shoulder pad off.
exactly. So that's generally a telltale sign.
Yeah.
But anyway, good job by the
it's still a good
Vestavia
play.
defense.
Yeah.
Yes, again, Vestavia able to string the run out,
So
and they didn't get anything on it.
yeah, but they're electing to stay on the field. I guess they're just trying to run the clock. So
3 minutes, 25 seconds to go. It's 4th and a country mile, folks, and
yeah,
Trussville is going for it.
it's pushing, getting him extra yards.
All right, Rebels, 1st and 10 from the Husky 25-yard line. I backfield, single wide out, Sawyer under center. He drops back. It's a high pass.
And Eli got hit as he was thrown, and Eli's frustrated. I would be frustrated. I mean,
attempted to Ben Williams over here on the Vestavia sideline. It would have been short of a first down anyway, but it was just high. There was no way Williams could get that one.
Yeah. And like I said, Eli was getting hit as he was thrown, or hit as he
All right, Ferguson Smith brings the play in from the sideline. He splits to the left. Looks like Matthew McMean. No, thought that was McMeans, but it's not. All right, it's a handoff. It's a belly dive up the middle. Yeah, I believe that's Donzie, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Number
Frankie.
28. Yeah, that's Frankie.
Frankie takes it up to the 22-yard line, and then he meets a wall and gets stuffed backwards.
Yeah. 3rd and about 7. Wait,
Yep.
I'd like to see Eli throw the ball here.
3rd
Or
and
just
7.
get some time for him to throw the ball.
Minute 45 on the clock. Rebels taking their time, getting plays in. I formation again. And it's a pitch back. Trip Lowry. He's over right tackle, and he could not get anything on that.
So I'm thinking that's a 3rd down play to set up a shorter 4th down, if I had to guess. Which they are doing.
Yep. So Matthew McMean, I've got Ben Murphy. Ben Murphy brings the play in, and it is 4th and 6 for the Rebels. Ball's on the 21-yard line, and Vestavia going for it. Lowry and Donzie in the backfield, I formation. Sawyer under center. It's a toss back to Lowry.
Go Trip.
And he's over left guard, and there's nothing there.
It's not enough space. I mean, it's just not enough space.
Nothing there. So Vestavia turns the ball over on downs with 49 seconds to go in the ball game.
Yeah.
And Thomas, it has just been a very frustrating night for Vestavia.
I mean, just outmatched. I mean, there's just too much talent on Trussville's team. I mean, Vestavia's, they haven't folded. They've been going hard all night. So, I mean, it's just we just couldn't get anything going when we needed it to.
All right, so 49 seconds to go in the ball game here, and you think Trussville would just run the clock out?
I would hope so.
But it is Trussville, so you never know. So
yeah,
they look like they're in the safe formation to run the clock out, and they do. They kneel the ball down on the 8-yard line. No time off the clock. Now the clock begins to run.
And they'll probably have to run one more play, but
and there's just not much more than you can say other than
this wasn't our night.
It wasn't our night. Trussville, a very good football team.
Yeah.
And we were just outmatched tonight.
Yeah. And it's nothing we could have really done differently, in my opinion.
And Huskies down it at the 8 again with 14 seconds on the clock. That's going to be the ball game, folks. Our Vestavia Rebels take a tough one on the chin against the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies, 41-6.
Yeah.
Vestavia football is presented by PetVet and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A Vestavia Hills, we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Andrews Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. Remax Southern Homes, agent Kathy Smith, selling the Vestavia market for over 30 years. Donato's Pizza, best on the block. Baja Burger. Meineke Car Care Center, Rocky Ridge, a proud sponsor of Vestavia football. And Noto Promotions.
Everything went their way tonight, and
yes,
there's just nothing you can say about that.
I mean, Tyson finished 20 of 22 for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. I mean,
well, that's it. And the running plays probably averaged about 8 or 9 yards a carry. So
yes, good one averaged 16 yards a rush. So that's how it means.
That's the tail of the game right
there.
there.
They had 2 rushers that averaged over 10 yards or more on a carry.
Well,
so
that says a lot right there. Vestavia defense spent the night on their heels. Vestavia offense frustrated through the evening as well. So,
and you can see that as the game goes on, you're gonna get more and more frustrated. You don't. I mean, it wasn't shown too much by our players, but right. I know it is. I mean, I know it is. Towards the end, I was on the ground, banging the ground. I mean, it's just It's just been a long night.
Well, the good news is it didn't escalate into anything extracurricular, and that's always a positive.
And Trust is the only people who acted out. That headbutt that could have been called, and then the taunting penalty. So.
Well, and again, hats off to the Huskies.